should we be checking in more on the men in our lives? Mental health charity Movember recently surveyed men. 40% of them said that no one had even asked them how they were doing during this pandemic, how they were coping. So we're going to ask you, Ty, how you're doing, in particular this week or so, because so much has happened.
All right. So there's a lot in that question. So there'll be a lot to my answer. The first part is, should we be checking in? There's only 40% of men, I guess, according to the stat. I'm shocked that it's even that high. Yes, check in on people. It's so important. That little gesture of checking in, if it's genuine, can go a long way. You never know what someone's going through, because this is affecting all of us in different ways. Nobody's exempt. So it is just maybe keep rule of thumb that it is affecting us in one way or another. Some people kind of were feeling the weight of the uncertainty in the beginning, and some people started to weather over time. So yes, check in on people. For myself, how am I? You know what? I'm good. I'm good. I'm grateful. I'm happy for the most part, but I have to at least offer and share with you guys that it's been challenging, like this is day 97 for me in the house. And so I guess it's the ebb and flow that you would expect of a quarantine or self-isolation. But some days have been really challenging. I've never felt anxiety. I've never dealt with any of that kind of stuff until this quarantine. So what's helped, though, is talking to people. And every time I decide to be vulnerable or decide to share what I've gone through and what I've felt, I end up hearing from another person, and mostly men that have been going through the same thing. A lot of the uncertainty brings about fear and doubt. And though I've been sharing with everyone, if you can find your pace throughout all this, that you can find your peace. And I believe that. And I've shared that with people, and I know that it's worked for them. And it works for me on most days, but not all days,
I know you're getting emotional, Tyrone, and
yeah.
It's so important, though, Tyrone. Honestly, I think so many men need to hear this voice of vulnerability. You hit that word on the nail on the head, because I think so many people men in particular, have been brought up that there's a strength in tamping down those feelings and not talking about them. And I think we know the damage that can come from having to bury our feelings, our emotions, our anxieties. And women have been raised in this idea that we talk it out. And I think that this dilemma that we have about the gendered ways in which we raise children and raise people, it is really showing its major problems, especially now, especially in heterosexual relationships when you're stuck at home and you only have each other, or if you're in a case where you're single and you maybe don't have those people you can rely on to see face to face. We're having to dig deep. But Tyrone, I just it's so moving to hear you speak your truth, and I think it's so inspiring for other people to hear the same.
So thank you.
Absolutely, Ty. It's okay to not be okay, Tyrone. It's okay, right?
Okay, so here's the thing. It's like, as I was saying, I've been telling everybody, find your pace and you'll find your peace. And then sometimes I just can't. And then this week with all that's happening, it's a lot, like I have so much to say, but I can't. Have you ever seen me shy from
Just say it,
looking down a camera? Well, here's the thing. You know, I want to, I'm not muting how I feel anymore. I'm sick and tired of having to be the only one that feels the rage, the only one who's, I want everybody to think about these things as not just like Black issues. I'm not even making sense. Hold on. So basically what I'm trying to say is when I look to my left and I look to my right, I don't really often see anybody like me. And so though that comes with its benefits, it also comes with a burden to carry. And I will carry it. And I'll get through these tears and these feelings. But what I want to say is, from here on out, I am no longer going to mute how I feel. When I look to my left and to my right, I don't really hear the rage that I feel coming from anybody else. The concern, the fear, and that's fine. But what I've done in the past is I've allowed that silence to make me feel like I should be quiet too. I've allowed that compliance to make me feel like I should comply too. Not doing that no more. And I don't care if I look like an angry Black man. If I look like an angry Black man, it's because I am. I'm an angry Black man. And I don't care. I've tried my best. I've tried my best to be professional, to be decent. I don't break no laws, nothing. And I feel like if I'm angered about Black men being killed, then I am, all of a sudden, all those years of hard work, no matter how well I can articulate myself, no matter how comfortable I am with showing how soft I am, I then become the angry Black man. And because of that, I've been quiet. Because of that, I've bit my tongue. Because of that, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm an angry Black man. I'm angry about this stuff. I'm tired of it. It's taking a toll on me.
Tyrone, it's Mel.
For it to happen on my street.
Tyrone, it's Mel. Yesterday on our show, we talked about the Christian Cooper case in New York City, the bird watcher, and we talked about George Floyd as well. You've got Canada captive. We discussed yesterday about allyship and what people can do to make a difference, to support you and to support the cause, if I can use it that way. What do you say to somebody who says, what can I do?
The best thing anyone can do is stop acting like you didn't see. Stop acting like you didn't notice, because that just reaffirms that our lives don't matter. You don't have to be blatantly racist. You don't have to lynch someone. But if you act like you didn't see, if you don't understand why I'm so upset and I have to explain it, all you have to do if you want to do the right thing is do something. Don't worry about doing the right thing. Just do something. Feel what you feel. Don't uphold, like you can't sit by and watch this. These things have to change. I've been saying it for so long. Nothing changes until all our issues become our issues. Until all issues become our issues, we kind of just pass the puck. At one point, it's the LGBTQ community. Then it's pay disparity. Then it's Black people getting killed by cops. Then it's POCs on big screen. And while someone's in the hot seat or is the hot topic, then everybody else is kind of just chilling and worried about their own. And then it just cycles through and nothing changes. You can be passionate about what you're doing. And I'm not saying that you need to become an activist or anything, but you can't just not do nothing. And I think this is what's brought me to this point, is that because I already know when I walk into a room, I'm not afforded the respect immediately. I'm a big Black guy with dreadlocks and now this beard, thanks to the quarantine. And I know that until I open my mouth and I'm able to share, that most people already have an idea of me that isn't the one that I'm okay with. So I try to correct that. I see people greet strangers' dogs with more love and admiration than me. And that's not going to change until we challenge. And the tricky thing is to really rip this all apart and to correct all of this. We're requiring people to challenge what they've always known. We're requiring people to challenge their heroes. Their heroes. You're talking about their heroes, their moms, their dads, their uncles, their fathers who have taught them these negative things, ways of how to perceive me. And I'm asking you to go and challenge that person. It's a lot, but you ask me how I'm doing. I'm good, but I'm hurt, and I'm hurting, and I'm thinking on how to move next. And I don't want my hurt to become hate, my anger to become hate. I still want whatever I do to be rooted in love, because that's who I am. That's it.
Tyrone, we're all going to take a very quick break. We love you so much.